Hi guys, Mimisha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. Let's wrap up our day on volume top thrust. So finita la commedia. Because the beginning of the bar is here. So bye bye. Mango. Mango. Why did I say mango? Magnet. Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Sorry. Got distracted. Probably. It's the level. Tone goes up. Goes up. Okay. Let's go through our list. Yeah, this volume is weird. It stays in the range, but this volume is odd. Mm, the upward wave didn't develop yet, just like touched the levels, so I would be like extremely cautious. It looks cool on the day with a little volume and everything. However, a little bit below 0.5. Yeah, I'd be mindful here. Spy just killed the dog. This test level 1 bar reversal and no volume, so no face in that. If we don't use face, we use like probability. We are not face-based traders. We are probability-based. Merck. Pfizer, I think it will shoot up. Yet to happen. DTM, new T1. Yeah. T-row. That's interesting. Also, I think it will show up. It's like we don't do those, but it's just like it's so there. I can't just. It's so there. And I'll just wait. Oh, I want to buy more because that could have been a mistake like this. But rules are rules. It can just gap in the morning easily. To this volume level. Anyway, I think it can gap. Continuation of the trend. Yep. Yep. Breaks it up and goes higher. And by the way, it's continuation of the trend, not coincidence of all levels. Yeah. Just so like technically needs to be charged anew through transition extremum. I don't think I want to lose the this volume and everything. Yeah. Counter trend on monthly, but volumed. Everything is volumed. Biggest volume T1. Volumed. Manipulation bar. It all looks great, to be honest with you. So, in Focus Pocus, it's like an imperfect. So yeah, it even looks good to buy after a test. That would be like too much, I think, but it's good. I don't want to lose. I don't want to like put the transition extreme here and local extreme here. No. Especially if it comes here, manipulates and goes up. I want to be there. Microsoft is about to break and reverse, but this volume is here. It's different from Otis, I think. Why do I think it's different from Otis, by the way? Oh, because this manipulation on correction is just like way too much. This is not yet, but it will be. By the time we'll close the months tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be, It could have been a reversal even. This is higher. No, this missed it. Yeah. Yeah. I like Atis better. by large, and volume distribution here as well, whereas here it's, yeah. So magnets, good job not taking this trade. Mm. Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah. It's not the biggest volume. That's a little bit of a problem too, because it to play to be by the like a book example, it has to be beginning, middle, and the end. Somewhat, but not nearly enough, I think. We'll keep it running. We'll keep it running. We are beyond our um, rotation point, so turning point. So so um, these, yeah, it's on volume. That's why. Otherwise, it was like a balance, but and it's a break. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Da, 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 da. What did you want from me? Mm, okay. Sorry, getting distracted. When you get an audition, you should reply immediately, or there is no point to reply. It's a weakness. It's a lot of weakness. However, also, aka Microsoft. It's that biggest volume, full times. So here's the question. Why is it so big? You know what I mean? And the same pattern on monthly, so yeah. Why is it so big? It's way bigger than the level it's manipulating, so there's weakness on approach, but also no one is protecting the level. Can bump from here, I don't know. This thing is absolute end volume, so yeah. No, it doesn't look good to me. Nothing really matters to me. Da, 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 da. A little bit volume, bigger volume and reaction bar. We can close, if we close below tomorrow, this level is gone. So, so volume distribution is not great. And nothing here looks yum. Nothing here makes me shiver. Or my ears. They say that leprechauns can sense money with their ears. Um, so you know this like human design, where they like the predictions based of your look and facial features and stuff like that. Um, they say that the ears, what do you call this? This part of the ear, the bottom part of the ear, the soft part of the ear, the bigger it is, the more sensitive people are to money, the better they sense the money. So the best entrepreneurs and hustlers, they have like impressive ear things. Uh, like a lot of this is BS, but also a lot of this is based of the centuries and centuries and centuries of observations, almost like proverbs or like so sayings or like superstitions. Yeah, they're superstitious. There is no gray-haired man out there sitting up in the skies with a ledger of good and bad deeds of Misha Suvorov. However, you know, Bible is a smart book. It has a lot of wisdom in it. Uh, and so are like this folk people's wisdoms. It's gonna close below. Bye-bye. We're reversing here. And the reason I was here is because uh, it's gonna be continuation of the trend in 2 days. In a day. This thing was on volume now. So if it breaks, probably we'll be looking into like just expanding this thing. And we'll find ourselves at the balance once again. And then this is going to be the transition extreme, regardless. I'll keep it here for now, but it's closing down. So yeah, I think at this point of my career at financial markets, I have this like sixth sense, which is also called implicit knowledge. Some knowledges are explicit, like the wave theory, the levels, this, and that. But some knowledge is implicit, meaning that I can't explain it just quite yet, but I know. Um, this is a good place or this is a bad place. And that can be very like dismissive too, because like if fear and greed, they tend to like blend in and hide and mask themselves as if they are those feelings that I've just mentioned. Whereas in reality, those are just like fear and greed. So, but as you grow in trading and investing, you learn to distinguish the two, your like implicit gut feeling and your fear and greed. So, um, this is not that far from point 0.5. And let me re-qualify it. Boom. So sometimes I have those like where like everything like checks out, but I was like, no, I don't know why, but just like it's not the vibe. And most time I'm right, and sometimes vice versa. It's just like it's everything looks like come see come sa, but all of a sudden I have this feeling it's like, yeah, that's the place, you know. I think the sign of strength will move here in 7 minutes, plus edit volume, and that's gonna be good for an exhaustion. So so and I think a lot of um, skill in anything you do, including trading and investing, aka investment trading or financial market speculations, comes from, yeah, being able to distinguish your fear and greed from your emotions from your implicit knowledge. That's why certain things cannot be taught, such as acting or investment trading, and I'm in both. It's because there's so much implicit knowledge. It's not transferable in any logical, structurized way. Some basics can be taught, but then you have to be thrown in the water at some point. It's whatever this is. Um, it has a huge volume. Just needed to reverse. I've done my share of trading the volume uh, or the price level. And I'm here to tell you it's not the way to go, aka catching falling knives or jumping in front of the train. Like, look at this guy. It's just, it's beyond beautiful. It's just like, it's just amazing. Beginning and the end. However, I need levels. So trading just of this level is what is called jumping in front of the train. In this situation and the opposite situation, it would be called catching falling knives. This volume probably will check out. There are going to be no result, no break in manipulation bar. Everything looks just beautiful. It looks amazing. Never seen you look so lovely as you do tonight. I'm singing to the chart. Never seen you shine so bright. You are amazing. Look at this. Never seen so many people ask you if you wanted to dance. Looking for a little romance. Did I have a child? I'm probably like fantasizing the lyrics. I have never had such a feeling of competing for your smile as I do tonight. Let it red. So mellow. He's dancing with me. Do, 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 do. It's nobody. It's just you and me. My dad used to listen to this stuff. Maybe still does. Is it like Chris de Burgh? It's Chris de Burgh. I was always like, I'm sorry guys, but Chris Free, Chris de Burgh, they all like the same for me. Sorry to say that, but yeah, I was raised on Chris de Burgh, um, Sir Elton John. I don't like the whole like Sir shebang. I'm like proletarian. I'm sorry. I'm a simple man, but in case of Elton John, it's just like it's tempting to say Sir Elton John. Uh, yeah, because he truly is. Well, I don't know him as a person. Maybe he's a horrible person, but his Little Dancer revived me and reinvented my longing, my necessity to act while I was living in my permanent move, in my dream at the big island of Hawaii, enjoying my life and thinking that I'm living it up. But Sir Elton John made me realize ever so vividly in one song that I gotta go back to LA and get back to acting. You see, this is discipline. I don't think I took this trade. I didn't. However, it was a good place to place your trade here. One bar reversal, spring test after the test. And now it's potentially a good place to trade again. And pretty much nothing in between. That's how you observe the markets profitably from level to level. Sometimes in the neutral zone, but we see a lot of this, don't we? Markets are closed, for better or worse. Oh, and that's by the way. Yeah. And but will you believe that that's still a level? Still, I feel like it's a counter trend more so. So what the heck? Why do I have it on my watch list? Because technically it's at the level. Is dancing with do, 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 do. It's nobody here. It's just you and me. Swear on me. I hardly know. Da, 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 da. I'll never forget the way you look tonight. Do, 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 do. It's mellow. Oh my gosh. If it's yellow, keep it mellow. Man, that's who I am, I guess. Or I definitely have this part. Because my dad is mellow and he's a goof. Um, all this good music. It was very unconventional for the places I grew up in at. On the hood. We call it on the hood, not in the hood. Other dads wouldn't listen to Chris DeBorg and John, oh gosh, what I'm saying, Elton John in the places where I grew up. That was very And I'm very grateful to my dad for raising me up like this and not in the way other dads would raise uh, my friends from the hood. From the hood. There's gonna be a break, regardless this level. In one day, this thing is gonna break. Undoubtedly, everything is possible in the market, but in all the reality, in all the actuality, that can be also called a sign of strength. And we have a bunch of space to go, room to go. But this guy with Nord Nickel, it's the Russian nickel monopolist that sold off its factories and moving them to China, um, selling Russia piece by piece, one piece at a time. Arguably, but there is no sense to even. Anyhow, it's good in continuation of the trend. Um, People make fun of me for using anyhow. I know it's so like, I don't know, is it Midwestern or just rural? A good friend of mine and colleague from my previous startup, she's from Ohio. She lives in Sac now, but she's from Ohio originally. She used to say it, and there's so much charm in her just saying that. Anywho, I don't know, I implemented it. I know it doesn't match my mm, persona because that's not where I'm from. It's weird for a Russian, Slavic, Eastern European immigrant to use anyhow, I think. It's like howdy. Uh, it's such an Americanism, regional Americanism. Look at this too. This is just beautiful. Is there a word regionalism? Like Americanism, but like regional? Re regionalism. I think that works. Yeah, I think it looks amazing. It's a counter trend, undoubtedly, but regardless, it's at the resistance level of the year, the time frame of all time frames, the highest time frame there is out there. The highest. It needs to reverse though. It looks like it's gonna close in correction. Finally. And so your amount is small. Yeah, it's still bigger by hair. Um, yeah. Bro. Oh my god, bro. Look at you. You're going down. Gold. Dun, dun, dun. One bar rule. Does it help us though to see it as such? That's unequivocally. Did I just pronounce it? Hey Siri, define define unequivocally.
Unequivocally means in a way that leaves no doubt.
Unequivocally. Wow. Wow. Did you hear that, guys? Maybe first time I was able to pronounce this unequivocally. Gosh. Every day. It's my little celebration. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. unequivocally. Bro, I'm pronouncing it. Dun, 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 dun. Now you know we're like a foreign language speaker. It's very easy to be happy. And I think it's good, like being able to find the joy in like little things that are a very small step for the human race, but it's a huge leap for one single human being, unequivocally. I think it's valuable, for me at least. It has a lot of value. Because anything can be diminished, any achievement in the world, unless it's like a world record and everything. And even then, it can be like, whatever. And I've been exposed to like bullying like this. That was like the vibe when I was growing up, like in the public school. Everything was like, whatever. Oh, you did this, you did that, whatever. I remember the eye opening was when I came back to Russia and I published a book, my first book, and the only published book. So I published it in Russia in 2012, I think. And like all the people I would tell it about in my travels, like from Great Britain, from Europe, from all over the world, they would be like so instantly excited to hear that I have a book published, and that excitement was pretty authentic as far as I could like see. And then I came back home and I told to my friends, and specifically I remember one of them. We met at a club, and it was like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, this like casual conversation about nothing in the nightclub when everyone just looking out for like girls or whatever. And and yeah, he's like, "How's life?" I was like, "Great, actually. I just published a book." And he was like, "Oh yeah," and I bought a new X5 BMW. I was like, "Oh, really?" And that was a moment of realization of how mm, far and distant I really am from most of the people I used to socialize while in college. That was after college. It was like maybe 5, 6 years after college, but it was like, oh, okay. That's why it didn't click. Because I published a book and you just bought a new X5 BMW, which an achievement, you know? And I think it was still in the day where like, no, car loans were a thing by then already, but still, anyways, X5 was a great car, just been like released, manufactured. It was still fresh. Um, so yeah, it's great, but it was just like such a mismatch of everything. So I left that club then alone, empty-handed, as you would say. And I was thinking, like, it really hit me hard. Not because I waited for any kind of affirmation from that person, but just like the realization of like myself, putting myself in an environment, or like rather so keeping myself in an environment that really mm, has nothing to do with my personality. It was a big eureka moment, but not in a positive sense, more in like hard realization that I've outgrown my environment and I need to move on in a creative sense, not like because there's like different ways of evaluating your growth. Meantime, that's all for the day. I don't want to go into futures, I think. I said and go to the futures. I feel like I'm still like readjusting myself with the futures and all of that. because that like changes my like routine quite drastically. Quite drastically. Maybe balance, maybe not. Bro, I don't want to watch it. And again, it's like merging of contracts, so like no news here. I don't think it's. I think it's something to be taken in consideration, the switch over of contract. So this volume, the contract was switched here though. So this volume can be attributed to switch over of contracts. And that's what happened after we got a fresh new contract. Is it called contract? No, well, futures, I mean, whatever you call it. Meantime, it's point 0.5, volume's on, everything checks out. It's no place for daily, for sure. And it's gonna close in 46 minutes. So, last approach. It's good locally for since the last approach, and then I see there's a bunch of volume before that. So, so also, and it's interesting if I don't, what the heck? Yeah, maybe it's this. I don't want it. No, guys, I don't want these features now. I'm tired. I'll keep this open for the rest. I'm gonna go and have audition today in person for theater and a dentist, so gotta go. You guys stay well, trade responsibly or on your own. Never listen to anyone knows anything. um, Hear everyone, don't listen to anyone. Learn and grow in the communities of like-minded people.